all, allow me to extend to you all an apology from His Excellency the President of the Republic of Namibia and the Commander-in-Chief of the Namibian Defense Force for not being able to be in our midst due to other equally important matters of state. When we spoke a few days back, he said this to me: Comrade Minister, due to the importance and magnitude of this exercise, I do understand that my commanders and troops expect me to be there. And it is important that I attend, but I just can't make it. However, it is my sincere wish that everything goes as planned. Secondly, Air Marshal Piñas is our host today. I would like to wholeheartedly thank you for allowing me and all the invited guests to witness the closing stages of exercise Can't Strike. We appreciate the opportunity to see firsthand the coming into fruition of what you have been preparing over the past 12 months, which is a demonstration of joint service operational capability. Thirdly, I would also like to thank all the participants for displaying a high level of skills, knowledge, and professionalism. On the other hand, this would not have been possible without the many months of preparation and commitment on the part of the exercise planners. Program Director, ladies and gentlemen, in the art of war, Sun Tzu once said, "Know yourself and you will win all battles." You can only know yourselves when you exercise together as a defense force. Hence, exercise Can't Strike, which is being conducted with one important aim: to test the interoperability among the forces and to carry out a live demonstration of integrated weapon systems. I'm informed that this joint military field exercise was planned at brigade level and was conducted at battalion level, consisting of elements from the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, engineers, special forces, and the mobile field hospital. This type of exercises are meant to prepare you against the threats to the well-being and security of our people, to enable you to maintain our sovereignty, territorial integrity, and political independence, to enable you to create conditions in which democracy is consolidated, social justice, and economic development is achieved, to enable you to ensure an environment in which our citizens live in peace, freedom, and safety. Program Director, ladies and gentlemen, I must say that we have done well for the past 30 years until the arrival of the COVID-19 pandemic on the global scene, which has seen every country reeling under the impact of the virus. The virus which is killing individuals, destroying economies, and threatening people's livelihoods. The Defense Force has played a commendable role in acting as frontline workers. The force has participated in the manning of roadblocks and the patrolling of national borders. They have contributed to the setting up of quarantine centers and hospitals. However, the force has not been spared from the impact of COVID-19. Apart from the risk that comes from being frontline workers, the defense personnel are also exposed because they live in communities. They dine together in messes, they travel together in groups, and act together in operations, which makes it difficult to maintain social distancing. The various containment measures, such as quarantine and nationwide lockdowns, have had a negative impact on crucial defense activities. Joint exercises, drills, conferences, regular training and recruitment have either been cancelled or delayed. For that same reason, this exercise has been modified both in size and scope. Program Director, ladies and gentlemen, when we depart from here, we are going to join the rest of our colleagues in the combating and containment of the spread of the unrelenting coronavirus. But our efforts will also be made difficult by those unpatriotic members of our society that are using the pandemic to gain political mileage and to advance their economic interests. I would like to further illustrate this point. It might sound strange, but it's also true that we have been more careful not to transmit the virus among strangers than we are among our own family members. The other day, a gentleman on television, in response as to why he's not wearing a mask, flippantly tells the Inspector General, the Namibian police, that they are all from the same household and they are all the same family. This carelessness within the family, this defective reasoning, is what is unfortunately being extended and practiced in all other social settings. I'm in a circle of friends, I'm with my colleagues, I'm with my classmates, I'm with my teammates, I'm with my drinking buddies, and I'm also with my bubbly buddies. And therefore, there is no need for a mask, no need for social distancing, no need for sanitizing, and before long, the whole community is infected and affected, both socially and economically. And when the economy takes a knock through this careless behavior, guess who gets to be blamed? Government, of course. And this finger pointing is regrettably being perpetuated through inciting statements coming from the business community, who are blaming the government for destroying the economy and causing an increase in unemployment levels. And when I say business people, I'm not talking about the Kapana traders, nor am I talking about the Three Sisters. I'm talking about that section of our population that controls and owns 70% of the economy. Their comments are not motivated by any concern for the welfare of the employees or for the preservation of jobs, but merely for the maximization of profits at all costs. It is about economic racism, a slave and master relationship, a relationship that harks back to the settler apartheid, colonial and slave trade. We know that their wealth does not stem from business acumen, but from the brutal exploitation of our people on their huge and large farms. It is wealth built on cheap and expendable labor of the contract system. Therefore, a sick or a dead worker does not matter to them, because there are many more where this one came from. And with the current high unemployment rate, those that are dismissed today will tomorrow be replaced by others at a lower cost. Unfortunately, some of our misguided intellectuals who themselves are economically disadvantaged, latch onto this flawed narrative and pass it on through social media as if it were gospel truth, and thereby fueling the anxiety and uncertainty among the general population. There will always be squabbles within a family, but you do not invite the enemy into your house just because you are angry with your brother. You must have noticed that some of them were even gloating when government recently lost the court case against the Namibia Employers Federation and others in its attempt to protect jobs for our people and maintain economic stability. These are people that are fixated in seeing black governments fail. People will tell you that things were better under apartheid. Program Director, ladies and gentlemen, as government, we admit that conditions are difficult. Yes, but the truth is that we did not lock out the world. The world locked us out. Now, whether tourists arrive on our shores depends very much on what happens in their countries of origin and the rest of the world than what happens in Namibia. The same goes in respect of the exports of our minerals, fisheries, and other economic and commercial relations with our trading partners. The reason I'm telling you this is because there is a concerted effort to infiltrate your ranks. Those that are advocating for regime change know that the Defense Force is the last bastion and the most important pillar of our nation. Everything else rests upon your strength. If you collapse, the rest will crumble. Therefore, you are expected to be vigilant against these subversive and neo-colonial attempts to reverse the gains of our independence. We should not allow ourselves to be misled by political opportunists, by demagogues, and self-seeking business leaders. What do you think will happen to you and I when those that are in control of the economy also gain political control? You answer that for yourself. Finally, Program Director, ladies and gentlemen, this exercise was not triggered by any given development. It is a routine exercise as informed by the Namibia Defense Force mission statement. And I'm confident that armed with the knowledge and experience you gained over the past 20 days, you will return to your units with new ideas and new ways to inspire your troops in facing various security challenges. All security challenges require team effort, and this exercise has offered all of you the opportunity to deepen your personal ties with your counterparts from other services. Allow me then, on behalf of the Commander-in-Chief and the government of the Republic of Namibia, to extend our appreciation to the Chief of the Defense Force and each and every member who contributed in making Exercise Can Strike a success.